It is April the 2nd and 2018, and we got snow yesterday for Easter. And that brings to mind, I want to have a little discussion about choosing fruit trees and other perennials. I learned my lesson the hard way. The first time I started growing fruit trees, I planted varieties that were supposed to be good for my area. I live in area zone 6A or 6, and sometimes they call it 5-6. And I would plant fruit trees, and just about every year we would get caught in a cold snap like this, or not every year, about every third year. Yes. And what would happen is my trees would warm up, my trees would start blossoming, a cold snap would happen, and I would lose my entire crop. When we moved to this new homestead, I decided I was going to make better choices. And so what I did was, I did my research. I planted fruit trees this time that were good for up to zone 5 or zone 4. And this is why I did it. We have a cold snap, and instead of worrying about blossoms, I have a plum tree that is completely dormant still. Hasn't broken any dormancy. That means that I'm not going to lose the crop off of this tree. I have a Miracrest nectarine on the left side and a Reliance peach on the right. And you can see both of these are still in the bud stage. Just swelling buds. Neither one has broken yet, which is excellent. That means I will get fruit off of both of these trees as well. When you are picking out a fruit tree, before you just randomly plant because you like the taste of the fruit, do a lot of research. These are things, they're not horribly expensive, but by the time you spend $25 or $30 for a tree, and then you spend 2 or 3 years to grow it big enough to have fruit on it, you want a tree that's going to actually fruit for you and produce for you. Things I notice that people don't do, they don't check for diseases that are prevalent in their area. For example, I've noticed a bunch of people that are new to Missouri moving into the Ozark area where there are a lot of cedar trees, and they're planting apple trees, which are wonderful. We grow great apples in Missouri. However, if you have cedar trees on your property, you will also have a thing called cedar apple rust. So you need to plant trees that are resistant to cedar apple rust. You need to plant trees that are better cold resistant than you need, because every year is not your same zone. You may have one cold snap and it'll kill all your trees. You don't want that. You want to plant things that are going to be very well able to survive in your area without a lot of extra attention and care. If you live in the south, you want to look for chill days. How many days of cold weather do your trees require to fruit? If you're in the deep south, you're going to have trouble with apples. There's only a few varieties of apples that don't require very many chill days, or they won't set fruit. So anyway, this is just some things to look for. It's going to be a quick video, and these are all things you need to find out before you start taste testing varieties. Once you know those things about a tree, then by all means, buy some fruit of that tree and make sure you're going to like it before you buy the tree. There's no sense in growing an apple that you despise. For example, I hate Golden Delicious apples, so there's no reason I would want to ever purchase them and buy it as a tree. So, just letting you all know a few little tips and tricks and the why we do it. This nice little April snowstorm is the reason why. So, thanks a lot for watching. See you later on the homestead.